What's going on, everybody? My name's Tyler. This is Sean. We are Rendered Reality, and thanks for joining us on Coffee and VR this beautiful snowy Saturday here where we're at.
Is it snowing?
It was trying to. It did a little bit this morning. It wasn't
snowing on my way over here.
Not on the way over, but yeah. It's
no audio. Oh, there was no sound for the video.
Oh, no sound for the video?
Huh.
That's odd. That's interesting. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it's interesting. We'll have to look at that. It was showing sound on our end. So,
but maybe we should have been hearing it since we couldn't.
I don't know.
Maybe.
But, it's interesting.
We switched everything up. We basically just switched up our controller. So we were using a Blackmagic before with a bunch of really long HDMIs that were causing some issues. We went to a loop deck, which is pretty cool. And we got just some direct feeds going into the PC for all these nice cameras.
Yeah, we're going to try and get a little crispier cameras and push you guys and get you guys at least like some 1440 resolution. We could push it to 4K, but we just haven't done that yet. But yeah, it's a trial and error, and we're working our way towards it. But yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, and I wanted to shout out Classy Grandma with that super chat before we went live. So I think she said she could only stay for like 30 minutes, but definitely appreciate that super chat. Oh,
whoa, way back up in chat.
Says, hey, Sean and Kyler. Love you guys. Whoop, whoop. Classy Grandma's awesome. We got to get in some games with her here pretty soon. Tony Digital, oh my goodness, they're coming in like crazy. He said, good morning, guys. I'm glad you liked the photo. Oh, yeah, the photo he posted on the Discord if you want to see that.
Yes, I know.
It is on our Discord.
That is sweet.
And thank you again, Tony Digital. That was awesome. The $25 super chat.
I think he was in here. I think he snuck in.
He snuck in?
That picture of him in front of the bar, it looked like he was here.
Oh, we should have put it on. I meant to put it on the show. I totally forgot. With all this changing stuff up, I totally forgot to do that.
That's true.
I didn't actually have intentions of doing that. But I don't think it did.
Oh, okay. We'll work on that one too.
We're testing some things back here behind the scenes, so if we're looking around a little crazy. But
we also may do some really fun stuff. I didn't even tell you about it.
Oh boy!
But we can even do some fun chat stuff that lets you guys control our lighting. I haven't tested it yet, but it's
That's cool.
Yeah, we can do some fun things with it.
That could be epically.
It could be horrible.
Terrible.
Exactly. Right.
It could be awesome. It could be terrible.
We can make them turn off all the lights, probably.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But does audio sound good? Video, everything looks okay? Let us know in the chat. So what have you been doing this week? I know what I've been playing and what I've been messing around with. It turned blue.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do.
I think it's late though, isn't it?
No, but it's not till it comes through. I think on there. I don't know. Yeah.
So we set it too early.
Exactly. Okay, you said it when you saw it in chat. It's not till it comes through on the stream.
Okay, cool. Nice. Okay. Anyways, what you been doing?
I've been preoccupied working on my car. I promised my wife I would get my car done.
I heard there was an ultimatum.
Yes, there's an ultimatum. She also said I can't bring any more vehicles into the garage. So yeah, about that. I got to get one done. So I need to finish it. I'm rewiring the whole thing, putting new interior in. I'm now working on upholstery, refoaming the seats and all that stuff. It's an old TR6 British car, 73. But fun car, but I got to get it back on the road because it's been sitting for 2 years. So I fortunately have been stuck in the garage for good reasons, but I haven't got a lot of time to play VR. You probably know what I would have been playing.
Yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator.
I know. It's hard.
I've been doing vehicle-related stuff too because I've been working on my car. The car that's in the VR room, setting up the new steering wheel and pedals and all that stuff. I did get the Fanatec stuff. We'll get into some of that a little bit later. But I'm playing Gran Turismo 7 like crazy still. I'm super hooked. Love that game.
Shouldn't have an echo.
What do we have an echo? Because those scenes must have mic audio output.
Oh, good call. Wait, just go to my camera.
Sorry, we're gonna be. Is that the one? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It should be that because it should only be on the side.
No, it's yours. Right? That's probably the echo. Yeah. Is it gone? Yours? Mine's fine. So mine's good. Sean. Go to Sean.
It's mine. Yep, there it is. It's right there. You need to turn that down.
Yeah, now it should be gone. All right. Sweet. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for letting us know because, like I said, this is all new setup. So everything is new. Thank you for helping us fix that on the fly. Yeah. And we should be good now. We should be good now. So there shouldn't be an echo now. But I've been playing a ton of Gran Turismo 7. I can't get enough of it. I'm super addicted. But there's also another game that has come out in public beta that we've played a little bit of in private beta. And I'm really excited to get back into the game. You know what I'm talking about?
Public, private. Yeah,
Ghosts.
Oh, Ghost of Tabor. Yeah, that just dropped yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep. It is. It's a great game. I'm really excited to get back into it. And I'm excited for the stuff they were going to drop on release that we didn't get in the beta too, which is super cool. So that makes me super excited to get back into it. Explore the map a little more, learn some stuff, more stuff that they've added, done some changes. We had some issues with a couple things that they had planned to fix for the release, so that was good. So.
I don't know if all those issues are fixed yet, but I know they're constantly working on improving it and fixing it. This is some footage when we were playing with Skiva and Tribe and Eric Masher and stuff from before the public release. I did go in there last night, and I was pretty happy to see that they changed up the way you go into the game, and now you go in there and it's more of a tutorial area. You have gun stations and stuff that teach you how to use the guns and a bunch of different training kind of things, because for somebody new going into that game, there's a lot to learn, because that game works like it is super in depth. Like for example, an MP5, when you load an MP5, if the bolt is closed, the magazine doesn't go in. Well, in this game, it works the same way. So you have to lock the bolt back, put the magazine in, and then release the bolt, which I like too, because I can slap it and it'll release. But it's a very in-depth, they're trying to be as true to life as you can be.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's really awesome.
And we heard one of the owners/developers was in the military, so he's bringing that experience to it. Was it the whole team?
I think the team is, and the main guy, his name is Scott. He's ex-military. So these are guys that know what they're doing as far as when it comes to guns and combat and gameplay. And if you don't know what this is, it is essentially Escape from Tarkov, if you know what that is. It's essentially like that. And the premise of the game is that you have your home base, and Tyler likened it to
Into the Radius,
because you have that home area where you store your stuff. And this is the same way. You have, armories and like areas that you can mine crypto with to get money. And there's all these complex things. You have this gun wall. You put all your guns on the walls, your backpack.
Dude, everything.
It's
your
just
clips,
so in-depth.
Your
it's
food,
crazy.
Your gear, your vest, you can put in on a hanger and put in a closet.
You can reload ammo. Have to manually reload your magazines.
Shells. Every round goes into the clip, the whole
crazy.
bit.
And the plan for this game is, right now the public beta is only PCVR, but they have plans for PSVR2. They have plans to bring this to the Quest platform as well. And so this is going to be a game that you should be able to pretty much play anywhere on any platform. And
$30, I think that's a great price. This is a very in-depth game, very large, it's a time suck. So it's not something that's like a run and gun game either. So don't go into this expecting to have this fast pace. Like when you go in the beginning, you have nothing.
Yeah, you don't have anything.
Right.
You have a little, I don't know how much money you start out with in the actual game. I know that you had started out with some of the early beta, but you can go to the market and buy some stuff. But a lot of the stuff you're going to go in on these raids, and there are NPC players and there are actual players in the game that you can, take them out, steal their stuff. You find crates and different things that you can open up to find ammo and different attachments. All the attachments, you actually have to have a rail on the gun. You can move them on the rail. For ammo pouches, you have a vest. You have to find the mag pouches to put on your vest to be able to put magazines on your plate carrier. It is just super in-depth.
That kind of stuff isn't really new. I think it's where they take it a step further, actually, where you can go out and scavenge and find PC parts and go out, bring it back, build a crypto mining rig,
water bottles,
and earn money then from building a crypto machine. That's the cool stuff that takes it to another level.
Right. And Anakaze said actual crypto or game currency. I'm pretty sure it's just game currency, but that would be sweet if your PC was mining actual crypto while you're playing the game. Probably would crash it, but it's really an in-depth game. And we love our shooter games anyways. And this is, to VR, this is just it's not a new concept in general, but to VR, it is a new concept in the fact that I so badly want to jump back in there now, because we lost all of our stuff from the early beta that all reset when this public beta came out.
Right.
And I had some pretty cool stuff from going in there. So now I really want to go back in there and find some weapons to put on my wall. And actually what I also found at the end of the last beta is that I thought it was kind of fun to go in with nothing but a backpack and
scavenge and find stuff. Yeah.
Because you can die pretty easy.
Right.
So anything you find, you lose. But the last run I did that, and I had no gun, and I had to sneak around one of the NPC players, and you can actually grab them and break their neck if you can get close enough to him. And I did that to get his gun to take out other people to eventually find the what do they call it? The way out, the little blue.
Not evacuation.
Pretty much the evac point, essentially. Essentially for, I forget what they actually call it, but and I was able to get some. I had like a light machine gun, like all kinds of stuff that I found that I was able to take back. Obviously, all that's gone.
So my problem was after I had good stuff and. I knew we weren't going to probably have all this stuff carry over. I just started taking everything in with no F's given, basically.
Yeah, you have your backpack, you can load it up.
Yep, you can load your backpack up. You can take multiple guns with you. You can take one in hand, one on your chest.
Anything
you can
take whatever. Carry out, you can pretty much take back to your room.
It is cool. So. It's a lot of fun. It's highly recommend it. Just don't expect to be like a super fast-paced game.
Yeah, and it's not perfect yet either.
But
this is still like an alpha. It is not a finished game yet, but it is a ton of fun. And people are talking about the price. I think you can do pre-orders for as little as $20 up to like, I forget how much if you want like the Founders Edition that comes
30
with
and 50, I think. Is
extra,
what it is.
Some extra stuff in game and stuff like that. I think it was I thought it started at 20.
Was it 20? That could have been before.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
But you can pre-order now, but I think the alpha right now, like the beta test is limited to numbers starting out. Like they're slowly giving more and more. I'm not sure how that works because if you had access before, you still have it. So I'm not sure. But I know if you jump on their Discord, they have a Discord, you should be able to ask on there and find out some more information. But
super cool game. Really like it.
Yeah.
Doing cool things with it.
Virtual Steve said, nice. I'll have to hop in soon, pulling me away from my PSVR2. Oh, classic grandma. Okay, peeps, I'm going up and down with my emotions. They're just playing with me. What did I miss?
Over the price, I think. I think she thought it was 50.
She saw the Founders Edition price or the Father's price or whatever. So
there might still be a 21. Technical glitches, maybe.
Yeah, I think there still is. Cool. So I'm not sure, but I mean, I think it's. I don't know. I just see it being a game if people can get in and figure out the way everything works and take the time to kind of learn it. I think it'll be a game that people really go back into because you can have a squad of 4 people. So it's hard to go in by yourself. I have went in by myself, and if you run into another squad, you're going down and it's tough. So
What was it, Mr. Whitey? Who was it?
I can't remember his name now. Right? Yeah, he was he was a good player, and he was in there and he killed us a couple times, I think.
He was stream hunting us though.
Yeah, that's true. he was watching the stream knowing where we were at. But it's really cool too because there's these parts that have, and I think it's right here on the video. This is just random clips that I grabbed off of our stream that was like 2 hours. So I have no idea really what's on all these clips.
Go to full screen.
4?
Yeah, 4.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
Can we still do picture-in-picture? We can't do picture-in-picture now.
Yes, we will be able to.
Not yet, though.
Yes.
Okay. But one of the cool things, you see these big doors here? These doors make a ton of noise. So when you open these doors, you're making a decision that you're going to let your position be known to whoever else is in the game, essentially, because one time I was in there by myself and I was like, oh, I'm going to go through these doors. I opened them up and I could hear somebody and they were like, did you guys open a door? And they were like, no, did you? And I was like, oh crap, I got it. And I booked it because I had nothing really on me to take on a squad. So I booked it out of there, but it's just really cool to have that kind of stuff. Like that's a decision you make. Do you want to open these doors?
And the game gives you that sense that you have to work with people and feel that camaraderie from it too.
Yeah.
Because you can trade everything from weapons to
you can hand stuff over to people, and I mean I am really excited for this game because I feel like the shooter games in general have done a lot of the same things over and over in VR.
True.
And this is just a different way of doing it. It's just, and I love to scavenge. Like I love to look for stuff, so to be able to go through and look for things all throughout the game that I can hopefully keep. Because I know at the end of the one round, somebody died. We came upon a group of people that died in the game.
Right.
And they had like a really high level plate carrier, a really high level backpack, because all of that stuff has stages and upgradable. And I'm like, oh, I'm definitely taking that. Took his backpack.
Right.
Like it was really cool.
Yeah.
But
I know we don't need to, go on and on about it because we probably could, because it is a lot of fun.
Science teacher said zoning out during shooter game talk.
There you go. See, exactly.
We talk a lot about shooter games. So we definitely love shooter games. But
I know.
Yeah. So what else do you want to talk about, Ben?
Breachers has an update.
Yeah, Breachers does have an update.
I'm not going to keep talking about
it. Yeah, Breachers does have an update. Though, yeah.
Yep.
Mainly life improvement updates and a couple of fixes and stuff. But I think still only the main map, no core huge gameplay stuff that has changed yet. But
sorry, we got this now to play.
I know what Tyler wants to play.
Which one now? Come on. Give me the good one. What we got?
Firmament.
Oh, yeah.
We just were talking about this now because Tyler's a big Cyan fan anyways. Like Myst, Like they're the ones that made Myst. So
correct.
I was not as big of a fan of Myst because I just had a really hard time figuring those puzzles out. Like I just couldn't figure them out. But
this is the kind of games that I would like not be able to get past and sit there in bed as I'm trying to go to sleep and be thinking about it. It would hit me, and I'm like, oh, that's what it was. You know what I mean? I just love these kinds of games. I really do. They're so good.
Yeah. So this got announced a long time ago, and they actually started
2 years ago.
Yeah, it's been. I mean, I remember talking about it on one of these shows forever ago.
Yeah.
And it just kind of went silent for a long time, and it started out as a Kickstarter. I think this is originally a Kickstarter thing. But we actually have a date now. So they are claiming May 18th is the actual date this thing is coming. And let me find my notes here. I believe it's coming everywhere. So PSVR headsets, including Meta Rift, Rift S, Vive, Valve Index, Meta Quest headsets through Quest Link, not native on Quest, as far as this is saying. They also are planning to target PSVR2.
I'm going to look actually on my Kickstarter here.
Did you kickstart this one? I don't think I did.
I'm sure I thought I did. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't at the time.
Yeah, I don't think I.
It's been so long. I don't even know.
It's been so long.
Yeah, I have no clue.
To actually have a date now, though, is going to be pretty amazing. But this one looks.
Oh no, I didn't. I have VR ears, Yaw2, and links.
Huh. Yeah, this one actually looks a little bit. I mean, it doesn't look like the same exact thing as a Myst. Like, I mean, I don't know. Is it all?
Come on,
is it still going to all be the same kind of hard puzzles and stuff as Myst? Or
yeah, it's supposed to be. I think it still has some of the same initial creators and stuff.
Yeah, I think so. But
yeah.
Huh, man,
I mean, did you play the one we have now for Quest?
Yeah. What is that?
I know it's escaping me right now too.
Is it not what is it called?
It is Myst.
Is it Myst?
Isn't it? No, I can't think either.
Think of it.
There's so many.
That's the one I'm
different
talking about.
Myst.
That's the one I played.
There's so many.
That's the one
things.
that I was talking about that I played, and I had trouble figuring out the puzzles and
stuff.
It was just, I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, it was really
that's
tough.
how it should be. Isn't that a good game that keeps you coming back? If it's just a simple puzzle game, you go through and do it.
No, I don't like them to be too simple, but I don't like them to be so hard that I just get frustrated.
Good call, meme fan. That's one of my favorite. No, that's not it. But Abduction is an incredible game that I highly recommend. I don't think you've played that actually. It's a great game. Such a good game.
I haven't played that one. I'm not like, I like puzzle games, but sometimes I get too frustrated and then I never go back to them because I'm like, what the heck is going on? But
what was it? I can't think. It wasn't called Myst though, was it?
I can't look it up on.
Yeah, it was Myst.
Yeah, I thought it was Myst. I thought it was Myst, but then you were making me second guess it when you were.
I was thinking they named it like something different, but I guess it was the full game. So,
yeah, and you played that on Quest. You really liked it.
I played that on PC back in the day, and then I played it through on Quest.
Yeah,
oh yeah, but that's the thing. I played it back then, and now I didn't even remember how to do the stuff. Like I had a general idea maybe of what to do, but it didn't matter. It was so long.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah. I mean, I figured out some of the puzzles, but I got to a point in the Quest build that I was just like, I cannot figure out what's going on. And then some other game came out or something, and I just never went back to it. But
yeah, Technoglitch said, did they send this? I'm assuming the sweater. I think when he was asking earlier, my zipper is left hand zip.
It is, yeah. If that's the same one as mine, it's
what?
Yeah, the zipper's on the opposite side of what a normal.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yep.
That's true. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. GST, she likes the deeper puzzle games, and I know like my wife actually played some puzzle games on the Quest and stuff, and really liked it. And I don't know.
I like games that make you dive into it. It feels more owned. Like it feels more like something you worked for and achieved and have. I don't know. That's why I like Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's why I like puzzle games. Ghost of Tabor, like all that stuff. That's why I like that. You know, Into the Radius.
It just seems more. Yeah, Into the Radius is it's such a good game. Yeah. Have you played the 11th Hour? Classy Grandma asked. I haven't played that. Best PC puzzle game. I haven't played that
either.
Yeah, I don't know that one. You might have to check that one out. Main fan said if I get stuck, I Google what to do. And I have done that before in games.
I don't.
But I don't like to do it as much in VR because then I got to like come out of VR to try to look it up. Well, I guess now you can pop up a window on V50, although I still don't have V50 yet. I don't think on the Quest or Quest Pro. But yeah, I'm with Gamer at 60. Myst was too frustrating for me.
That game took me, I think, a year and a half to. No, not that one. It was a later one that was on Xbox. I think that's the one I introduced you to when we used to live out in Pennsylvania.
What game?
One of the Myst. I came to Xbox at a point, and I think that game took me a year and a half because I would get so frustrated with it, I'd walk away for like weeks or months, and then I'd go back to it like I'm gonna solve this, and I'd get through it, and I'd get to another one, and I'd get stuck. And
yeah, I like Red Matter. Red Matter's puzzles are a little bit easier. So even some of those though, I was like, what? Like, what does it want me to do? But they're like, and Half-Life Alyx, like Half-Life Alyx puzzles, I felt were pretty good. Like they weren't There was one that tripped me up pretty good on Half-Life Alyx, where where you walk out to that thing and there was all that graffiti like all over all the walls and everything, and it was like a code that you had to punch in, like you had like an 8 number pad or something, and you had to figure out. And I remember struggling with that one. I can't even remember where the actual code was.
The ones that I couldn't stand were the Boneworks ones. And there's some people who are like, oh my gosh, you can't talk bad about that. But they drove me nuts because I knew what I wanted to do. I just couldn't do it.
Well, a lot of them were based off the physics of the game. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like you had to solve the puzzle, but you had to have the physics of
drove me crazy.
Yeah, of launching yourself, all the doing whatever you needed to do in the game to get to where you needed to get. And that was that. Yeah, I got pretty frustrated with some of those puzzles too. But I don't know.
Yep. Classic Drama out.
Such a good game. Oh, cool.
See ya. Catch you later.
Yeah.
Sorry, we had to start late.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, I do apologize. We were trying really hard.
We should be good to go though. Now we can just clean all of this up for next time, and we should be good. But it was definitely kind of stressful trying to figure it out. But
so much simpler.
One that is coming to PSVR2, and I don't know why this takes so long to play. I was playing this earlier, and it's like just straight black screen, and then it starts playing. No. Because you might buy a PSVR2 then if the Microsoft Flight Simulator came. But this is Lo-Fi, and this is something that we Kickstart backed a long time ago. Did you list that as one of your Kickstarters on there? Because you Kickstarted that one. That was on Kickstarter. I don't remember you listing that on there, but
now wait, because where's that?
Yeah, you Kickstarted.
Did they fall off or?
I don't know, maybe, because that was a long time ago. This game has been in the works for, I feel like I first played this, like a demo of this game on the CV1, I feel like. I'll have to go back and look. But Lo-Fi has been in the works for a long time, but it is actually coming to PSVR2 first. And as far as I know, they're saying later this year to PSVR2, which is kind of crazy because...
I don't think it's crazy, though, because he's going to be the only one on the market, basically, for PlayStation, then too. Or wait...
I mean, only Cyberpunk kind of game. Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, the only thing that's crazy to me is that we Kickstarted it so long ago. That. Right. But as a Kickstarter backer, though, you do have access to the game. Like I followed through the build as he's went, which is really cool. And I jump in there just to see, the updates in the world. And there's constantly more life being added into the world. It's been a little while. It's been probably a couple months since I've hopped in there on PC. But there's no other game like it that I've played in VR, that is a true native VR game. So I think this on PSVR2 is going to be really good. I'm curious to see what he's going to be able to do with the eye tracking and the controller, triggers and stuff like that. Sure. If he's going to take advantage of some of that kind of stuff. Yeah, Cyberpunk VR mod on the PC would be the closest thing to
that's true.
To something like this. I also messaged him just to see if there was any possibility we could get Yaw2 support in this game for the flying ship, because you're in your ship a lot that flies all around.
That'd be hard though, because then you have to get in and out of it and stuff.
He didn't say no. Seated. He was interested in the thought of you doing some Yaw2 stuff in there. So it seems like that could be a possibility. I agree. I thought about that, like the fact of getting in and out, but you could probably play most of this game seated in the Yaw as well. So I don't know.
You could. Sure.
I just think flying this thing around though in the Yaw2 would be awesome.
I agree. Just that's a game in itself. I feel like just doing that in it would be awesome. But no, I do have it on my Kickstarter though, Lo-Fi. So I don't know.
So he said he was trying to get one sent out to test with. He said not sure what's going to happen, but he said he's going to dig into it some. So, and he said he saw the Gran Turismo 7 clips with the Yaw2. So, usually when I contact somebody about trying to do some PSVR 2 support with the Yaw2, I tell them about Gran Turismo because of how well it works with Gran Turismo, and they, it's proven concept that you can make it work with the PS5. So, yeah,
we should talk about that a little bit.
The Yaw2.
Or maybe a little bit more Fanatec talk because. You got your hands on one finally. So
we got audio in here.
Yeah, there you go.
Can you hear it? I hear it. You don't hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you didn't look like you heard it, but
just dude. Sure.
So I did a little private live. Well, it was actually a public live stream, but I didn't keep it public. Setting this thing up, and this is some more tweaking I did after the fact. I mounted it a little bit better. I had to actually drill into the plate for the pedals because the pedals would line up to mount to the front bolts, but the brake pedal, that load cell brake pedal, is so insane that when you hit the brakes it was tipping forward. So I actually had to drill through the plate on the Yaw2 to make sure it was fully bolted down.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things about this thing is that shifter. I love that shit.
Yeah, I agree with the whole gate action and then be able to switch to sequential and stuff on the fly. I do like that because you never are going to stop a game. Like if you want to switch cars or switch classes, you don't want to have to redo all that. You can't basically. So that is nice that you can.
I mean, all you got to do, there's just a switch on the side and you can go from H to sequential. I actually have there came with 2 shift knobs, and the knob that's on there now is what they say is the sequential knob, but I actually like it better, and I just use it all the time. But the thing that I love about the shifter too is that there's an Allen head on the side, and you can actually change how much tension. So I mean, it has a lot more tension between gears, and it just feels so much more mechanical and like you're actually doing something compared to what the Logitech one. Bluebell says, spoiler alert, he crashes. Absolutely. If you've watched me play any racing game, you know I'm going to crash. So I don't know how much crashing is in this video clip. I'm sure there is some, but I'm sure I crash a lot. But
you just get excited.
So
you push it.
A couple of questions. Somebody asked, is it true that it'll break that it can break your arm? I don't know. It is very strong. So I have the boost pack plugged in. So it's like 8 or 9 Newton meters or something like that. It is really strong. And the thing that I have found, I'm still trying to tweak the settings because if somebody knows a lot of the good settings to set the wheel to, because there's a bunch of different settings and I haven't played with most of those yet. Most of this is just all default.
Yeah, you can change the parameters.
Here's a spin out. Because I was turning all the traction control off and I was playing with a lot of the cars and I was finding that with this wheel, once I started to get used to it, I could keep the car going sideways a little bit, but better keep it from spinning out because I could actually feel in the wheel when the car was starting to lose traction. And that was one thing that was really hard to do with the Logitech is I feel like it didn't have enough force feedback and strength that you could tell when the tires were breaking loose. And this one I feel like you can. And that is
feel
one thing
more
that's
feedback
awesome.
from it.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Well, sure. You're going to feel all those little micro judders and everything.
You don't. Better. So one thing I found, and this could be a setting, is that when it's just straight ahead and you're just driving, there's not a whole lot to the wheel.
Oh,
and
like
I don't
a dead spot. Like more of like a dead spot. It's not really dead. It's just
you're not getting a lot of feedback. But when you're driving a real car and you're just going straight, you're also not getting a lot of feedback through the steering wheel. So I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be.
I would argue that.
On just a straight road?
On a track, though? I mean, man.
Your steering wheel isn't shaking and jerking you, though, when you're going straight. When you're just going straight line, I mean, you can be going 100 mile an hour down the road.
If you're going slow, yes.
No, you can do 120 down the highway.
I mean, it's easy to turn, but there's still like feedback to it. It shouldn't be like nothing.
Not if you're just going straight. If you're just going straight and your hands are just resting on the steering wheel, if you don't have an out of balance tire or something like that, your steering wheel isn't really doing anything. I mean, you feel the tension if you start to turn.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
you still feel that. It's not like there's like dead. It's not dead.
No, I'm just saying, like with my Logitech, even going straight, you were always getting some kind of feedback and vibrations.
You had
and stuff
something
like
weird
that.
with yours set up or through your programmer. Well, I don't know which it was. So
even this wheel, though, when you go real fast, it'll start to shake on certain cars. Like you get that shake. But I'm just saying though that is something that's different on the Fanatec, and I'm guessing that's how it's supposed to be. Whereas the Logitech, you would feel a lot more vibrations and things just going in a straight line. Where in a real car, you wouldn't necessarily feel anything like that. But I don't know. I mean, it's pretty awesome. I've only used it a little bit because I just got it Thursday, and then I had to try to get it all set up. I had to drill some holes in that bottom plate to really make it set up good. I switched around how the shifter was mounted. That way it was out a little bit further and felt a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah. It does take a little bit to get everything set up right. Everything
it does. Yeah. But so far, I'm really liking it. It is going to take some getting used to. And that brake pedal, holy crap, dude. That load cell brake pedal, it is the stiffest thing I've I'm just going to change what I was about to say.
You're going to break
really
something.
Bad, but it really is like a hard brake pedal to push. And I think that it's actually been good because as the more I get used to it, when you're using the Logitech, and I even had a higher spring in that one, but it's still, you had a lot of play in that pedal where you only got a little bit of play in this pedal. You're full on as hard as you can push it, and you're still only moving it a little bit.
You can get different springs for it, though.
You can, but I can feel it's like you're putting pressure, and you can tell the more pressure you put on it, the better you're going to stop, the more hard you're going to stop instead of just like an on-off kind of a thing. And it's actually really good. So,
GT Racer said you should be getting feedback from the road with the Fanatec.
I mean, I do get feedback from the road, but if it's just a straight line, like if I'm just going straight line, like 100 mile an hour, the steering wheel is pretty just dead on. You know what I mean? It's not like vibrations or anything like that. Like, but if I'm turning, and I'm hitting rumble strips or something like that, I am getting feedback.
On the track, you know how much like pieces of rubber You drive over when you're going straight.
You're not going to feel a little tiny piece of rubber.
I feel every rock that I go over in my car. Every rock when I'm driving down the road, I could see a pebble and literally almost feel it in my car.
No, your tire, the rubber in your tire is going to dampen anything you're going to feel from a pebble.
I'm telling you.
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's just how it is. Like, I mean, it's when you're going dead straight, steering wheel center.
But I also
you don't feel vibrations or feedback from it much. But I'm getting vibrations through the sim, through the yaw. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, this is the first time I've used a direct drive wheel. There are settings you can change. So I mean,
you can change everything.
There's tons of settings, and I don't know anything about them. So that's why I was saying if anybody knows about that kind of stuff. And I saw Jenna Sequa was saying about how in Texas they don't have basements. And I moved from Virginia last year, and we didn't really have basements there either. In Ohio, we have basements, and I love basements. Like basements are the greatest thing because, especially for VR, because you can. It's always like a temperature-controlled room. Like it's always like in the summertime, it's nice and cool down here. In the wintertime, it's pretty cool down here. And in VR, I feel like you run a little hotter in VR. So to have a cooler room, like my VR room in Virginia was upstairs, and it was one of the hotter rooms in the whole house. Yeah. And sometimes I would just, I don't run that hot either. Usually.
Oh, but when we're sweating it out.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like, so that was kind of rough. So I love a basement for VR. It's the greatest thing ever.
I couldn't live without, I mean, obviously. Yeah. That's where we're at right now. Where we're sitting is in a basement as well. Yeah. It's great. Yeah.
Our wives don't let us leave the basement. They just throw us down here.
Exactly. So I wish I had a door she could lock me down here, probably.
Philo said you should try American Truck Simulator and hit the side of the road grooves. Yeah, I mean, I can feel those things in the track and stuff. It's giving me road feedback. All I'm saying is like straight line, you know, not moving the steering wheel. But yeah, I do want to try American Truck Simulator. I haven't picked that one up yet.
It's a good game. Yeah. It's fun. It's really cool. It's hard because you can get like these like triple trailers and stuff and like have to make these turns and back them in play. It's just near impossible. It's cool.
So Wolf Raza said, have y'all ever gone 100 miles an hour for real? We've done well over 100 miles. That was where our friendship really started out, was the car scene. We used to, I mean, there was a lot of illegal activity that happened when we were young. And there was a lot of street racing on roads in Mexico and lots of crazy stuff that I can't talk about on the internet. But
yeah, I still have one, like the one car I'm talking about. It's not the TR6 either. I have another car that I've had for 20 years or something like that. It was a track car. That's all I used it for.
He used to road race. Tyler used to road race and autocross and stuff in it. But
yeah, I mean, it's hard to not have cars. I think you have two at the moment too.
Yeah.
It's we love cars, so that's why I like driving stuff, man. It hooks us. So
GT7 got me really hooked because I mean, just playing through that campaign and having the Yaw2, I can't go back. Like I couldn't go back to not having some kind of motion rig to play a car game. Like it just adds so much, and I feel bad because your Yaw2 hasn't shown up. I don't even.
It frustrates me too because, again, now you're doing exactly what my plan was get the Yaw, get the Fanatec. And I feel like I want it so bad in race all the time that you don't. And now you're finally realizing it. And I would always try and talk you into racing with me, and you wouldn't, because you're like, I have to get my wheel out and plug it in.
Set it up. And now this stays set up and it stays in the corner. So.
Like, it's so hard to plug a wheel and freaking pedals in.
Hey, man, I'm all about that, the friction. I'm all about the friction. I was trying to find the Yaw2 update that came out yesterday. Did you see that? Does that go to my regular email?
No, I didn't see that actually.
So they came out with an update, and they have found manufacturing in Taiwan. So that is going to help their production, and it's going to help them get more units out. And they still are supplying units to pre-orders, as well as trying to get more units out to Kickstarter people. Right. I mean, it still thinks that they're, you know, Kickstarter's at first, but the problem is that they've just been really struggling money-wise. So they're trying to do everything that they can
to stay afloat,
fulfill the Kickstarter backer. So it makes sense, and I'm not mad at them that they're not. I mean, I'm happy that they're. Well, I know. But,
so I'm not mad at them. No, exactly. You don't care. You got it.
I am, but I mean, I'm not. I'm glad, because with Kickstarter, there's nothing guaranteeing them that they're going to send any of the Kickstarter backers. They could run into financial trouble and say, "Sorry, Kickstarters, we're not fulfilling any of them," or whatever. And I don't know what would come of that, but. You know, there's no guarantees with Kickstarter. So they're trying to do everything that they can to at least get funds, get things going, to be able to keep sending them to Kickstarter backers. So that I can respect. Still sucks. The whole situation is not good.
Right.
But they also are about to come out with some new products. You probably don't know this because you haven't read. So they are coming out.
I read a lot of other stuff on it though too, but
so they are coming out with a Yaw Aviation, which is technically a Yaw2 with a Cessna cockpit and our VR hand recognition solution, Infuse VR, and a Yaw Jumbo, which is a full-size large flight simulator based on the technology of Yaw2. maybe they'll send you one of those and your regular Yaw2 SSR.
Maybe they should focus on things that matter, like software, production.
Yeah. I mean, so the reason they're doing this is what they said is that these are significantly higher profit units. Right. So they're hoping to be able to sell these to use some of these profits, which help, eliminate the backlog of Kickstarter devices. And that's exactly what they said. So I don't know. I mean, they're trying to do what they can. I don't know. Right. I don't know. It sucks. It sucks because you and many, many other people that have Kickstarted back this don't have their units yet. And that sucks.
Right. It does.
Me and James.
It sucks that they put the numbers out too, because they're like, oh yeah, Kickstarter backers we sent 10 or 12 to.
At least they're being honest, though.
I
guess,
at the same
time, they don't have to tell you.
I'm ready to go just buy one, like off their website, and get it quicker than waiting on mine.
Yeah, well, I've also saw, and they said that they're taking a survey to see how people feel about the fact of if you were a Kickstarter backer and you're interested in paying extra to being moved further in the list.
That's messed up.
Yeah. So, but they're not doing it. They're taking a poll right now to see if that's something people are interested in doing.
That's messed up too, because then just anybody with money is going to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like essentially if you have the money, you can shortcut people, which I guess that's a lot of things.
That's what you do at the amusement park.
Right. I know.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And that always annoyed me too. You're at the amusement park. I've been waiting in this line. And
somebody goes
surrounded
right
by
past
like
you.
hot, sweaty, hairy dudes all up in your space, and then this dude just do right to the front of the line because I paid an extra whatever money. Like that did make me mad. So yeah. I don't know. So how much money extra are you going to pay to get your yaw quicker?
I'm not because I once I'm like committed and like set my mind to something, that's it. Like I don't waver. I don't I don't know. And I'm already frustrated. So
it's hard too, because I've been loving the Yaw2 and I've put out some videos and stuff. And so many people are asking, where do I order that? I want one of these. And I say, yawvr.com, but it's like, man, like, and I tell them the one that I have currently isn't in stock, and I don't know, if you order when you'll be able to get it. Like, I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I don't know. Some people are saying they'd be really ticked off. So you're buying it twice. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then sell the other one. I mean, it's like, what do you?
That sounds like extortion. Yeah, I mean, it's questionable. Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, to each their own. I mean, I guess that reflects on what kind of company they are. And I know they're trying. So I'm all about that. And I'm not backing out by any means.
I'm glad that they're showing the numbers. I'm glad they're being honest and upfront and telling you what's going on. And a lot of people are saying, about Kickstarter. I mean, it's tough because when they did this Kickstarter, they didn't foresee the things that were going to happen in the world as far as COVID and prices skyrocketing for metal and chips and everything else. So, if COVID wouldn't have never happened, they would probably have been in a different situation and been able to better provide. So, I mean, I don't know. It sucks. But at least they're not just giving up hope to the Kickstarter backers completely,
I guess.
But
yep. Yeah, buy a P3 or is it H3? I forget what it is. But
the DOF reality.
Yeah,
I don't think they're debated that.
I reached out to them a long time ago when they kind of first started that, and I debated it. I don't know. It just seemed a little bit. How do I put this?
They're pricier than what we paid for the Yaw in the Kickstarter as well.
Not now. They're not.
Yeah.
Not than what you would get a Yaw for now if you would bought one.
What you would buy a DOF Reality one for right now is more than what we paid to Kickstarter. So that's what I'm saying. That was part of what swayed our decision to.
And a lot of what mine is too is, I have plans to have mine out where people will see it and stuff too. So I feel like that is more of like I don't know if you have and I do have an office and it probably is going to go in there anyways, but I also want it to look aesthetically pleasing. I feel like the Yaw does that a little better. Yeah. So and I don't know. There's a lot of things. The software, there was a lot of other things too, but
we also want to put them side by side and do some cool video stuff with both of them. Assetto Corsa is one that I really need to get into. I've downloaded some mods and we really need to hop into some Assetto Corsa with the Yaw2, and it's just so good. But I did want to talk about Walkabout new.
Oh yeah.
And I actually, neither one of us have played this yet. This week has been, so I actually had to go back to work this week because I was off for paternity leave. Had to go back to work this week, and then all these games and updates launched, and I got the Fanatec, and it's been a whirlwind of a week.
Yeah.
And I haven't had time to hop in here, but people seem to be really enjoying it. And then other people seem to not really like it because it's a very weird feeling that you get because it's things you're like playing like off the wall and like there's just
the labyrinth kind of gave you that feel too, and parts of that towards the end, like from the movie where it's all the stairs and stuff. That's what it makes me think of, and I loved that part of that. So
I really want to try this. I love Walkabout. Walkabout's just one of those games you can just jump into with friends. It's not stressful. You're hanging out. You're having fun.
Yep.
And they're constantly coming out with new maps and stuff, and they're not crazy. I think this one's $2.99 or $3.99, like $3.
They're well worth the time you put into it.
Yeah, you're not spending a ton of money each time, and it's like for a whole new experience and a whole new and just the stuff they like. The last one I played, and I think the last one that came out was the underwater one, and you could literally jump on a whale or shark that's swimming by and ride them around. But there's just so much to look at. Like, not even if you don't like putt games,
right? Just to go along for the ride,
just
you know,
so
and screw
cool.
around.
Yeah, like absolutely. It's just so awesome.
So
recent bump. I think they were $2.99. He said a recent bump. Yeah, I think they were $2.99.
Could be.
But I mean, they're putting a lot of work into these maps. Like Fluke, I think Fluke was one of the ones that said he didn't really love this one. He said, I like the visuals in Upside Down, but it's one of my least favorite courses to play. So yeah, I mean, that's what I've heard. I've heard a lot of people really like it, and I've heard a couple people say they're like, this one's not my favorite. But
that's
that's the cool thing. It's a DLC. So if, you don't have to buy this one. I mean, you don't know if you're going to like it, I guess, unless you buy it.
But if you want more content inside of a game, it's always there. And that's the best part. Like, if you want to keep putting money into that game and more to play, it's awesome. And the fact that you don't have to own it to play it, as long as somebody you are playing with owns it, which is super cool. So you can try it out that way. Yeah. Yep. So you can try it out that way.
I thought you still had to have it.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Huh.
So that's awesome. So you can go in with somebody. So if I have it, you can come in with me. If you don't own it, you go, oh, I like this. I want to play this on my own or with somebody else.
That way I don't have to.
See? Exactly. Now you're thinking.
Yeah, I love the game, though. It is a really fun time. So I'm excited to see. They're just, the stuff they come up with is really cool.
It is. So. It's great. And I love that concept. Like, if you don't own it, you get to play it with somebody. Like, so cool. It's like a demo-ish.
Yeah, you know I didn't realize you could do that. Cool.
Yeah,
I know we've played stuff before like that, but I didn't realize this is one of them.
Yeah, I forget. I think there was one of them that I didn't own that we played. 20,000 Leagues, I think, because I didn't even buy it, and we jumped into that one then, and I didn't own it, but it went into it. But yeah, you don't get all the extras inside of it. You don't get to find all the stuff and earn all the achievement. That's what
Spry guy just said.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that seems right. Yeah, he said you can play if someone in your party owns it. So yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about Peaky Blinders. I played this, and I'm a little bit bummed because I recorded my whole play session on my Quest to show, because I like to show like our footage a lot of times on the show instead of a trailer if we can, if it's a game that's out, and it won't play. Like, I downloaded it, or I saved it on my Quest. I tried playing it on the Quest, wouldn't play. I tried putting it on the PC, it wouldn't play. I tried opening it in different media players and everything else, and something got corrupted, and I just could not get it to play. But I did play through this game for about an hour. I thought it was a little bit boring, to be honest. I think if you played the demo on like the Pico 4 or whatever platforms the demo was on, it gives you a pretty good idea like what's throughout the game. And it's just the first hour just really didn't do much for me, and I don't really see myself going back into it a whole lot.
I think if you're into the show, you're probably going to like it, right?
I watched the show just for this game. When this game got announced, I started watching the show. So I watched 2 or 3 seasons of the show. The show was pretty good. The game is, they didn't do a good job as porting it as
Westworld.
Oh. So it just feels pretty low budget, pretty basic. I don't know, like the large part of the beginning of the game is walking around and reading letters that are all over the place, and then collecting those letters and taking those letters to somebody else so they can read the letter. So it's like, it just wasn't much, and it didn't run very smooth. I was having a lot of, it just didn't feel like a high budget, and I thought this game was going to be pretty high budget, like pretty quality, like
AAA you would think. I mean, game. You have studios, film studios and stuff backing this as well. So and
Anakaze said Beerda liked it. Gamertag not as much, not super long. Yeah, I heard it was like 3 hours. It didn't do. It wasn't one of those games where I jumped in and played it for a little while, and then I was like,
and
I was done, and I was like, man, I can't wait to hop back in that game. I didn't feel that at all with this game. I was like, I felt like even that hour, I was just playing it because I felt like I needed to play it. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I should play it, and I wanted to play it because I watched the show, so I was excited for the game. This old school mobster gangster kind of thing is cool. You know what I mean? And it's just, and maybe it gets better later in the game, but it's like, if you got to take that long to really grab me, it's hard for me to want to come back. I don't want to force myself through a game for a while just because it's eventually going to get good. make it good pretty early on. I don't know.
There could be so many good games made from shows and series like Mr. Robot or The Peripheral. I really hope they bring The Peripheral to VR.
Yeah.
Oh, be so good because that's all the same creators from, well, not all, but from Westworld that did that. Oh, it would be so good.
Yeah.
So
and GT said it was more like being in a film studio, not a game. Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt, I mean, there's a lot of cutscenes and a lot of, I don't know. It didn't do anything for me, unfortunately. Yeah. I really hoped that it would, but I mean, it was cool to go in there and see the characters. It was cool to hear the music. Like when you're walking down the main area, going to the garrison.
Like the feels kind of.
Even that was in the demo as well. And it's playing the music and you see the Peaky Blinders thing pop up. And I'm like, man, this is going to be cool. And it's like.
Falls flat.
The best thing about it is that smoking the cigarettes are super immersive.
Right.
That is the best thing about the game. Like, honestly, like, so
it's basically an addictive cigarette smoking game or something like just to go in and do that.
I mean, for some reason that feels super real in the game. Like as soon as you pull it out, I remember the one time because he gives you a cigarette in the thing and you put it in there. And I remember pulling it out of my mouth with the controller and blowing out. And that was how I was like, wow, that's doing something like that. Like, and I don't smoke. Real. Like I'm not a smoker at all, but my brain did that. And then you see it come out and it just felt like, I was like, whoa, this is
legit
weird. Like, and then you can flick the little ashes off and it's just, that's the best part about the whole game. And it's terrible and it's sad, but
VR Central, same thing. Yeah. In Into the Radius, you do that. Yeah. It is cool.
Feedback in the B haptics? What? I didn't know that. That's pretty sweet.
Oh.
I actually haven't busted out my B haptics in a while. I really need to. It's probably super dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
just more stuff.
Ghost of Tabor has it though, doesn't it?
What?
I think Ghost of Tabor
Paradise
has
Decay?
it. What? What'd he say? What?
Right there. You didn't see it?
No, what do you do?
Paradise Decay just subscribed.
What? He's messing with us. He's totally messing with us. He's just unsubscribed and resubscribed. Don't hand me that.
He's trying to test out the lighting stuff in the background. That's what he's probably trying to do.
Is that for subscribers too or just super chats?
It can be.
What is it set up for?
Right now, it's just for super chats.
So when we get a super chat, supposedly
it does.
Once it comes through to you guys, because we see it before you guys, and we don't always know once you see it. The lighting turns blue.
It shows up on the screen.
So that's pretty cool. But yeah. So Peaky Blinders. I mean, try it out. Try it out and return it if you don't like it. I mean, I guess that's why they put that there. So I don't know. I'm really kind of bummed that it wasn't.
Can we talk about another one that's along the same kind of feels, maybe?
Yep. Oh, wait, this one.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Oh,
that's what I was going to say.
Kind of feels,
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I was super excited for this. This is Guardians Frontline, and I was kind of amped about this. I was also really amped after I saw reviews, the videos, the trailers, the images. The
trailer looks awesome.
This is going to be sweet. This is going to be so much fun to play co-op. It looks a lot like Halo.
I was gonna say, I mean,
all the trailers give you the exact copy and feels, the images and stuff they put out. But after getting into it, it just feels a little wonky or absent or like I don't want to say like I don't know. It just feels very wave-ish shooter, even though it's not a wave shooter. It just not flat, I guess is a good way of saying it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
To me, it felt like a game that should have came out a couple years ago. Like it just didn't do anything.
Right.
I don't know. And I played a little bit of the campaign and then I jumped into multiplayer as well because I was like, well, hey, who cares if the campaign isn't excellent, if the multiplayer is really good? And it didn't do anything special either. Like it was just, and the game doesn't run very well. I was playing it on the Quest Pro. Like this is recorded on the Quest Pro and it just didn't run very well. Like it was... a lot of like sometimes I'd be pulling the trigger real fast shooting and every once in a while when I pulled it didn't shoot and then when you're walking it would be like those little micro pauses for a second where the game just like had to catch up and it was just I don't know. I'm kind of bummed because this is the kind of game that has co-op and me and Tyler get really excited. Really excited for that kind of stuff.
I know. I was super amped. I was looking for a good co-op game to play together, and it just wasn't that.
But I've seen some good reviews, like you said, and
I know
maybe newer people to VR. I don't know.
Yeah, and that could be, or people that just have Quest headsets, maybe have never played good space multiplayer shooters. I'm trying to think. Like, but there's plenty of stuff out there on Quest that
I would play Contractors, Halo mods all day.
What was the other shooter that came out that we didn't like that everyone else said was great, but it became better? I know we got super chats too.
The one that you couldn't even use your left hand.
Yes.
What is that?
I wanted to say Somnium.
It was from the same people that did the PSVR.
Because I'm thinking Somnium Space. It's
Oh,
somebody help me out here. Beat you onto it. But I do just want to give shout outs to the super chats.
Yeah, I don't know if it's working. They're saying they're not seeing the lights.
I'm watching all this stuff too.
It was really delayed last time, so maybe the timing, we have the timing off to where it's...
Maybe.
I don't know.
But we also have a cool button. I'll show you that one too later.
I don't even know.
We'll wait till the end. We'll wait till the end. Don't touch it.
Okay.
Don't.
So Lincoln Clay with a $5 super chat. Thank you for that. He said, "Who's going to win the VR Content Creators Cup tomorrow? Are you coming over for that?"
I have to work on the car.
No,
it was supposed to be today too.
You're supposed to do that during the week when you get home from work.
Oh yeah, because the 10 hours I need to put in it during a day.
Yeah. You stay up late anyways.
Oh, come on. You're killing me, man.
So that is supposed to be happening. There's actually, hopefully I can still make it because there's something kind of came up that
you can't race in it. Oh,
well,
no.
It's for some calling hours, so I'm not sure. It's not something it's not for that person, but my wife it's somebody, the wife knows, but I don't know if we're going for sure, but it's right around the same time. So if she really wants to go, then I'm going to tell her I'll go. So hopefully I'll be there. That is the plan. And I don't know if we're going to get Tyler there or not, but we will see if he shows up. The lights don't turn blue.
Kill me. I know.
Gamer at 60. Thank you for that $10 super chat for science. And I think the science broke because I haven't seen it turn blue.
We need like a, what's that song? It's like science. Come on. Somebody help me here. Oh, come on. It's from like the 80s or something like that.
Did anybody name the game you were talking about down there? Because
Oh, yeah. We got to scroll down. Scrolling. Somebody got it. Solaris.
I was trying to look it up. Solaris, yeah. So what about it, though? Maybe it's...
That game's better. Like, that game, I feel like, is a fun... Like, a sci-fi shooter, multiplayer kind of deal. No single player. Right. No, it's all multiplayer. Yeah. But, I mean, like, that would be... I don't know.
She blinded
me with science. That's it. Yes. Thank you, guys. See?
Did it still not turn
Not
blue
weird
yet?
science, but close.
Oh.
I like weird science, though. Good movie as well.
So Guardians, I bet wasn't Guardians out on App Lab? Because I played Guardians before. How did I play it before? And I don't feel like it was that much improved.
Wasn't there another one that we played?
It was out on App Lab or something. It was out before.
Was it?
It was out before. But this was like, they like redid something, and so now they can charge for it, essentially.
Cool. But, people must like it. I mean, it's got some good ratings. So,
what do you think about Pop 1? It was on App Lab. Pretty sure it was on App Lab.
Pop 1, free to play.
FTP.
I think it's a good move. You're like, I think it's a good move, kind of. I mean, at this
Give
point...
me your reasoning, because you got a solid point earlier.
Okay, so I don't know what it was. I don't remember, but I guess
the game was kind of dying off.
Yeah, well, for me, like, I feel like everyone has bought Pop 1 that's going to buy Pop 1 that currently has a headset, right? And you're going to get new adopters and stuff coming in, but... Right now, or not now, but previously, the game was shrinking, right? So it's on the decline. And as much as they do map changes now and stuff, it really wasn't growing or helping. So by going free to play, it opens that now up to mass adoption for everyone who never wanted to buy it to get in and play it and try it, which populates the game, which makes it better, which does help it.
And it's proven how much money you can make from skins in games compared to game sales.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you get tons of people who buy that stuff constantly.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them, so I don't really care. I've already bought the game. I've already got my fill of my
never bought skins
$30 of the game or whatever it was. Yeah. But, yeah, I think it's a good move for them. I think it puts them in the current game market instead of being dated, is all. And I think it keeps the game alive, which you have to on a multiplayer game. You have to keep it populated. That is the one thing you have to do, right?
Yeah, and that's Princess Jedi said heavily invested in Pop 1. It's a good move. Unfortunately, player base was dwindling big time. And that's not something I thought about. When I first saw free to play, the first thing that popped into my mind was, holy crap, screaming kids galore every time you go in there. Because every free game I play... That's usually what happens. You know what I mean? Like Rec Room and VR chat.
How many times do you go in there by yourself?
And where?
Pop 1. It's always both of us,
no,
right?
I've played a decent amount by myself.
Yeah, but for the most part, when you get teamed up with somebody that you like or something, you pair up and you roll then the next couple rounds. You know what I mean?
So the only annoying part is going to be the lobby, or if you only have one or two people, in a squad and you get an extra, but luckily it's you can easily mute them, because we have had kids jump on our team and we get warnings. We're like, look, dude, like you're gonna get muted if you keep screaming and doing just trying to be annoying. And if they do, sometimes they shaped up, because we've said that before, and they're like, oh, okay, and then they're like perfectly, then like cool. They completely change, and other times it just feeds them and they do it more. So we're like, okay, like we're gonna mute you so we can't hear you anymore.
Why is it that all squeakers describe everything they're doing as they're doing it?
I have no idea.
I cannot figure it out for the life of me. but in Pop 1, they literally are like, oh, there's a banana. Oh, there's a soda. Oh, there's a P90. Oh, I'm picking up the banana. Oh, I'm peeling the banana. And I'm like, dude, shut up. I don't want to hear what you're doing.
Yeah.
Do it on your own time, in your own space, in your own head.
And I think you're right, like about Pop 1 has been dwindling because for a long time, it was really keeping us with the map changes they were doing, and the different kind of things. We were coming back, and we really haven't went back that much. We played not too long ago. We went back in. I forget how. I mean, it hasn't been that long that we were in there, and it's still a really fun game. The sandbox stuff I haven't enjoyed as much. I still just like the regular game mode more than the sandbox stuff because some of the maps are just so open and just so chaotic that there's no real rhyme or reason I didn't feel like to it. But
right, I know.
So to me, I just still like the normal game mode. But
I agree.
I think it is going to be a lot of kids. And if you did buy the game before, they gave you like I went in and got like it just was credits. Like, here, ding, you get this, ding, you get this, ding. Like, so they give you like credits, they give you all these skins, they give you gun skins. So that was cool for the people. People that owned it already.
I think it's a good move. I do. Yeah. I think it's great. I think it's awesome.
I mean, it's going to bring the player base back up for sure, I think, because I think that, I mean, just look at like Gorilla Tag and stuff that was free for so long. And stuff. I think it still is, on Quest. But I mean, free it brings a lot of people in because not everybody wants to spend $20, $30, $40 on a game when they can play it for free and then spend a couple bucks here on skins and stuff is what a lot of people do, and they end up paying more than they would have bought the game for anyway. So in their eyes, I mean, it makes sense. And Oculus Meta bought Big Box. They bought this studio or whatever back in the day, if I remember right. So I don't know.
No, I think it's a good move. Yeah, I'm glad because I love the game. I still love going in. I have so much fun every time I go in. They did a map change too, which looks really cool.
Didn't they get rid of Metropolis or whatever?
No. Oh, I don't know if they actually. I don't know if they got rid of Metropolis. I don't think.
I was in there earlier just to check it out.
Where Epcot is. I can't think what that's called.
Oh, yeah.
They got rid of that whole area, and it actually looks pretty cool. It's like a little village area kind of thing.
I went in earlier just because there's supposedly there was some like graphical updates and stuff on Quest 2. I know they changed the shadows and stuff, but I didn't really notice. I didn't really notice like graphically that it looked much different. But
Bluebell, I need my sippy cup. Where's my sippy cup?
Why do you need a sippy cup?
He said I need a sippy coffee cup.
She said that.
She said that. Bluebell. Sorry. It's names. He, she, guys.
Yeah, it's so hard with someone's names. But
I always say guy.
Yeah. But it's it's a fun game. So if you've never played it before, it's free. Hop in there and check it out.
It's a great game.
It's tough though. There's some sweats in there that after you don't play it, like for me, after I haven't played it for a long time and I go back in there, I'm like, I'm getting worked. Like, it is a hard game if you don't keep up playing it all the time.
And even if you're new to it, that whole like tutorial lobby area is super cool. Like where you do all the
they do have that. I never go in there, but
like training facility. I think they call it training. I think in the game. Yeah. But that part's even cool if you're just new to the game and new to shooters or whatever. You know, super cool.
Yep, no doubt. So I did want to talk. Oh wait, no, there's one more.
That's what she said, literally.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah, that's a good.
What about this one on PSVR2?
Oh yeah.
Did you see this one get announced?
Yeah. Yep.
Aces of Thunder. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is the studio behind Combat Simulate War Thunder, and War Thunder was free, I believe, right? I think it was a free game, if I remember right. This one is not going to be free, from what I hear. This one is not going to be free on PSVR2, but Aces of Thunder, and I don't know that we're going to get Yaw2 support. I know I keep talking about that all the time, but
probably not big enough game. I mean, I guess if it's big enough, he might add it, but
supposedly it's not hard to add. That's the thing,
right?
It's not hard to add at all, but
I get that.
So competitive online battles, including modes like team versus team, singles, duels, and modes with custom settings. So that might be kind of fun.
Yeah,
I'm not very good at these games though. Like the flight games where you have to like
so good.
I don't know. Maybe with a flight
roll
stick
over
or something.
And come back around them and find them. You're like,
I'm like, wait, where'd they go? Gosh. I'm like, I don't know where they went. And I'm like flying all around, doing all these circles. Right. I mean, I like them because it's fun to fly the plane and feel all those feelings you feel when you're flipping all around and that kind of stuff. But I am definitely not very good at. I mean, I guess I just don't play them enough to stay on target like that.
Oh, I love it.
You know what I mean? So but this, I think this is.
I think it's great.
Is this a PSVR2 exclusive? I think it might be. It says there's no release date yet, though. So, but.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Unlike free-to-play War Thunder. So War Thunder was free. That's what I thought. This one is a paid model.
So I think everyone's asking me what I think about this. I think it's great. I think it's huge. I think this is a ton of fun for people that have PSVR2.
And now you're going to buy one.
Yeah, no.
I don't know, dude. I've been loving PSVR2. I'm still trying to fine tune the comfort. Like I feel like I've gotten over most of my other issues with it. The comfort is still, a little struggle bus for me. It still hurts my forehead. I've tried wearing it every different way. I have added some padding, which has helped some. I'm still tweaking what I'm doing. I have some ideas, some other things I want to try, but but I still spend a lot of time in it. That is the headset that I've spent the most time in since, the last couple weeks. I mean, it's been, and mainly Gran Turismo 7 is the thing for that, because I can't get enough of that, but but it is a great headset. But one thing I did want to talk about today, and it was in the title, is Quest Pro versus PSVR2. And if you don't have either one, and it's a weird comparison, unless you take into the fact that somebody like you that doesn't have a PS5 or a PSVR2, Quest Pro price drop to $999 permanently from $1,500. Makes it a little bit more.
I mean, I guess for me, I would know the answer. Like if I was looking to go get the next thing that I wanted, and those were my two choices, I would have to go with the Quest Pro just due to... Comfort-wise, I'm not a big fan of the Quest Pro Comfort myself.
You haven't tried it, though, since I've added the top strap and the new forehead
I'm just padding. Not as big of a fan as like that. I don't know, their shaped forehead thing, just for whatever reason, I don't know. It's okay, but it works. But the rest of it is amazing. New sub, cheers. And I think the controllers, the visuals, the headset itself, but the seller for me is games library, right? Because I have that full investment in the Quest 2 library and the Meta Oculus library deal. So that all transfers over, right? Because software is a big expense that nobody talks about. Like when you have that full games library, if I just went to PlayStation, I'm starting all over. And not am I starting all over, those prices are way higher than what they are for games on the Quest. The majority
of the time. It's a hard comparison game library now, though, because PSVR2 just came out. You know, Quest Pro is playing all of the back catalog of Quest 2 with none of its own games, actually. It doesn't have anything that's Quest Pro exclusive. The thing is for me, I mean, I'm loving the PSVR2 because of the fact of Gran Turismo 7 for one, but not only that, for the games that are coming. Like that is the Meta isn't investing in games anymore, where Sony probably will be for PSVR2, and that is a big deal because Meta is just in this weird area right now. But at the same time, the Quest Pro is probably some of the best visuals I have seen in VR in a while. I mean, the screens are fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good
headset.
Lenses,
like somebody said, that's not like the highest resolution headset, and they're right. But paired with those screens and those lenses, fantastic visuals, especially hooked up to a PC. Like you playing PC VR in the Quest Pro, it is some of the most beautiful things I've seen, and it's bigger sweet spot. Like going from the Quest Pro into the PSVR2, the PSVR2 lens technology, I don't care if you get mad at me, is so far behind the lenses that are in the Quest Pro, those pancake lenses. They are just so good. It's such a big visual clarity sweet spot. I mean, this clarity is just so good compared to the PSVR2, where I have this tiny sweet spot that if I move my head the wrong way, I'm out of in a second.
So the only point, and it's hard because you can't really make that comparison then when comparing the Quest Pro to the PlayStation, is because you can't count, like Game Rat was saying too, you can't compare it to PC stuff because now that is a huge expense. Now we're off the deep end with price.
You're right.
So you have to look at strictly what would be, Quest games compared to PlayStation.
Yeah, and I mean, it still looks really good. Quest native games on the Quest Pro looks better than the Quest 2, but I mean, it looks even leaps and bounds better hooked up to PC VR. So Artful says I'm incorrect that Meta owns big game studios. They do. But they've done nothing with them so far. So, I mean, I agree. They buy them up.
Have we had any announcement on anything that was dropped before they bought these companies, when they bought these companies?
Yeah, I mean, they buy these companies up, but for what reason? It's still yet to be seen. I mean, they bought Big Box for them to make a free-to-play Population 1. I mean, they own the studio Downpour, behind Onward. Have we seen an Onward 2? No. I mean, they tease us with these things, and supposedly there's GTA 5 coming and all this stuff, but they are not investing in the games like they were for PCVR. So like Asgard's Wrath, Stormland, like there was games that they were pushing and stuff, and that hasn't happened in a while.
I think what their mistake is they think that the headsets now and VR headsets are made for the metaverse, but they're completely wrong. The people pushing the metaverse are the companies with the money behind it because they see it as a cash grab and they see it as a way to make them money. But the actual people who are buying headsets are to play games.
Right. And there's nothing. The Verge? The Verge just put out an article saying that Meta doesn't realize they're a game studio.
Oh, it might have been.
They just put out an article about that, and I read it. And it's not in my notes or anything now, but they did put that out, and it makes perfect sense. like they forget about the gamers
100%.
now, and they're going in a different direction. And somebody said, they're about to surprise us. Hussein X said, Meta's about to surprise us with games they've been working on in Quest 3 and stuff. And that could be. I really hope they do, because they've really kind of left us a little bit high and dry.
Or are they just going to go the way of being, hey, we're now a full AR headset and come into our stores and buy stuff in there. And I feel like that's where they want to be, because that's what Facebook has become.
I think Bluebell has nailed it on the head. Boss is the problem. He's just a weird. He's went off a weird, and they got, and wasn't it the guy from Downpour actually left too? What was his name now?
Yeah.
He actually left as well.
Yeah, as far as I know, that's like what I heard too.
Yeah, so I can't think of his name.
I know,
now,
I can't.
But yeah, he was like the sole developer of
initially
Onward back in the day. But yeah, and I mean, I agree. GTA 3 on Quest 3, but that's also probably not a game that Meta is funding, I don't think. But I mean, I hope, I mean, I still am very excited for the Quest 3, because I still think that's probably going to be one of the best headsets out there when that thing comes out. Dante's the guy from Downpour. And I think that hopefully they really are investing in games, and that there's going to be some big IPs coming for Quest 3. And I think that there will be. But it just doesn't seem like it. And Gaming Showcase is coming up, so that could be as well. But it just doesn't seem like for the past how many years now they've really been pushing games. They've been pushing, the new headsets and stuff, which Horizon. I love. I'm really happy about. Yeah, but Horizon has been their main focus, and the metaverse has been their main focus.
Come out with these blockbuster games. Like, I just can't believe they have the money to back it and push it. So why don't they push that towards like huge games that people are like, I'm going to go buy a headset because of that game. Then they can get them into the stores, the metaverse they want, whatever. I understand that. But.
Well, look what they did with the Quest Pro. The Quest Pro, they had super weird marketing around the whole thing about this isn't a gaming device, where we called day one said, no, this is a gaming headset. That was the first video we put out. This is a gaming headset, because
everyone said, no, this is not a gaming. Yes,
that's what people were saying. But it is to me, and it is to us, this community.
The games that are available. That headset didn't come out and it's like, oh, here's these enterprise things you can do with your business and stuff. No,
but that was their whole focus.
Workroom that they had on the Quest 2 that you could use in it, just with pass-through. Like it was a joke.
Well, obviously that marketing ploy didn't work very well. This is a business headset, and this is because they didn't sell it. Because now they've put it on sale, and now they permanently dropped the price. Like 4 or 5 months after the thing launched. So obviously, if they would have put that headset out, geared it more towards gamers and how well it works for games and how well it works hooked up to PSVR, if they would have, I mean, it might have sold a lot better. I mean, I still think the price is a little bit too high, but I don't know. But it's a great headset. I love the Quest Pro. Every time I put that thing on, especially hooked up to a PC, I'm like, holy crap, this is gorgeous. And it is a great, the controllers, best controllers out there, hands down, best controllers out there, I think, for VR.
I know.
But it's an expensive headset, and they're, you're not, I mean, if you go out and buy a PSVR2, you got some exclusive games to look forward to, and probably some big exclusive games coming, where if you go out and buy the Quest Pro, you're not going to be playing anything that you can't play on the Quest 2 at this point.
Right. We heard big exclusives, but that was two years ago. Probably some even back to almost 3 years ago at this point.
And my guess is they are holding out for Quest 3. My guess is as Quest 3 launches, it gets announced, they're going to drop a bunch of these big games because
they're big games too. The processing power it takes and stuff. We need that next chipset. We need everything to handle that, and they want it to look like those studios want it to look like, and I understand that. But
and I mean, the Quest 2 is nearing more of the end of its lifespan as they're announcing Quest 3 and as they're talking about, Quest 3 launch later this year. So, I mean, I can understand they're not announcing these huge games for Quest 2 if they're holding off for Quest 3. It makes perfect sense, and I hope that is the case. But
I know.
So has Quest Pro have better image quality than G2? Yes. I think so. Especially with those G2? Lenses.
Probably.
The G2 looks really good.
G2's good, right.
But if the G2 had the Quest Pro lenses then it would probably be better. Right. But with those, I'm telling you, those Quest Pro lenses make a huge difference.
They're sharp.
They really do.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just, the clarity is just the best I've seen.
It is.
I think. And I don't know. It's just so good.
Yeah, but I know. Yeah. I think for me, I'm still, and I've seen a lot of people asking throughout the show, and I was kind of waiting to talk about this, that, do you want me to talk to you? Do you want me to talk to you?
I know. Where do you look when you put it on? I never know. I'm like, do I look over there still, or do I look at the camera? I don't know.
So, Bluebell said waiting for Decker. Yeah, Deckard.
Yeah, hopefully.
Right. Maybe,
hopefully. I'm giving up hope a little bit. But
the XR Elite, though, I'm still super amped about that headset. I just, every time like I put something on and I'm like, I want that shock that I had from CES of putting it on.
I want the comfort of that in my PSVR2.
So light, exactly. The comfort on that thing literally feels like nothing. And now they've released, they're going to have another even face adapter
like
deal. Right, exactly. It has a tiny little forehead thing, which is super cool. I don't know if I'll like it as much because I feel like that's going to be a big pressure point. But for AR stuff, if they do come out with some good viable AR stuff, maybe it would work good. I don't know. Probably not for me, but yeah. I think it's awesome. All this customization of what this headset can do out of the gate. You know what I mean? I don't have to go buy an extra strap or somebody that's going to do it better. I feel like this headset, when I buy it, it's basically going to be it. I'll buy an extra battery probably at best, but that's probably all, you know? So I don't know. I'm really excited for it.
What about Quest 3? Are you going to buy a Quest 3?
Yeah, I'll probably get a
Quest
3.
Is supposed to be like what, like 20% thinner and all that stuff. I think Quest 3 is probably going to be...
Yeah, because I have all that library, and that, again, is what's nice. And I'm not buying an XR Elite for their standalone stuff and library. I'm buying it to use for all of my PC stuff. I want that light headset that I can use without being tethered with a cable or trying to stream it to the Quest 2, which is a nightmare for me. I don't know why. I hate it.
Yeah.
It just drives me nuts.
And that's another thing with the Pro. Like, I'm bummed that they haven't had better support for that. You know, we still don't have AirBridge working with the Quest Pro, which is super annoying because I love AirBridge.
Right.
It works so, especially for streaming.
Why not?
Like when we stream Ghost of Tabor, I played in the Quest 2 because AirBridge works so fantastically for me.
Why, if it works with the Quest 2, would it not work for that?
I don't know.
Wouldn't that be just a freaking
and they came out with this eye tracking and face tracking, which works fantastic in Quest Pro, but nothing is really taking advantage of it. Like how PSVR2, they can do, you know, foveated rendering, they can do eye tracking for throwing grenades, they can do like all of this stuff because it's the standard. Right. So that's what is so annoying with, you know, the Quest Pro for me. But in the app, and I've seen this online, and I checked my app as well. When you go into the Oculus app now and you select your device.
Oh yeah, did we pull that in? Did we get that in here, right?
Eureka. There it is. So when you go to select your device under, so I'm putting it for full screen here for a second, under Quest, which is probably as low quality as just a screenshot, but it shows Quest, Quest 2, Quest Pro, and Eureka, which Eureka is a code name. It is a code name for the Quest 3 headset. Yeah. So when these kind of things pop up, sometimes I wonder, is it a little bit closer than what we think? Because Meta has not had good press in a while. They're catching a lot of slack. You got PSVR2 launching. You got big screen announcing a headset. You got Vive XR Elite coming out with a headset.
Right. And you know they're pushing with that price and everything. They're chasing all these other prices from other companies and stuff. But because we have that gaming showcase coming, are they going to drop us a gaming headset? Because, you know, the Quest Pro was not a gaming headset. Are they going to release a technical... I know. Are they going to release what they call as a gaming headset? Maybe without, you know, more improved stuff with the better lenses and the controllers, but maybe without all the other stuff like the face tracking and the extras in there that comes out at a little bit cheaper price point.
I don't know. I mean, Paradise K is saying Eureka equals Quest 4 next year. I can't imagine that. I have to imagine this is their next. This is their next headset, or it wouldn't be showing up in there. I have to imagine, but I mean, everybody, and myself included, assumes, you know, the holiday season this year because they've said later this year. So holiday season is what obviously I think of. But sometimes, you know, if the product is ready, and I don't know that it is, and I highly doubt that it is, but sometimes I wonder that if it is at all possible ready, that they push it a little bit earlier because of the pressure they've seen from other things.
Right. And that's my wonder. Yeah.
And I'm guessing, like Chris said, it's supposed to be October, you know, this year. That's what I would imagine is something like that.
I would think so.
I also wouldn't be upset other than my wallet if they came out with one a little bit earlier than that.
It's just surprising, though, that this would be in there.
Yeah, it is weird when stuff like that shows up. Like, I mean,
could be in the code on the back end. They were trying it and stuff, and it accidentally got pushed into an update maybe. I don't know.
How often does that actually accidentally happen? Or is that like, oh, let's give some people something to talk about? You know what I mean?
That's true.
Because, I mean, they obviously don't like the leaks that have happened and
exactly.
from different places. Boz gets very upset about that. Yeah. He's not afraid to show his upsetness anymore. But and run him over with a dump truck. But probably whatever.
Dump truck.
So Boz said Carmack wanted to wait on some things where Boz wanted to share it earlier when Carmack left. Who knows? And it's such a weird company with all the people that leave and
Carmack wanted it to be polished, like when everyone saw it, it needed to be perfect.
Yeah,
which I felt is true, but it also let stuff go so long that it was like you were waiting on things. It's all, everyone's got preferences. I don't.
Yeah. So Artful says, I think Quest 3 Lite, because they've, there's been so many different things that have been talked about and leaked and everything else. Quest 3 Lite, he thinks will be $199 with no controllers. Just use your Quest 2 controllers or hand tracking. That could be. I don't know. I mean, I feel like when that kind of thing starts to happen, I feel like it just confuses the market. Because
that's true, but they look for a hole in their sales stuff. So like, why aren't people buying this? What do the people want for what amount of money? And that's what they could be shooting for.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. Like, I hate to see newer products that people don't fully understand yet have multiple SKUs because
Pimax.
Grandma goes to buy somebody a Christmas present. Yeah, Pimax. And they're like, oh, well, this Quest is only this much. Well, this person didn't have a Quest 2, so now he doesn't have controllers. So it's just, I don't know. It's just, sometimes that stuff, like us, everybody's watching this is going to know exactly what all of these different things are, unless it's Pimax, because that confuses everybody. But that, I don't know. I feel like that kind of gets kind of weird, but.
I agree.
Hussein X said Quest 2 256 has gone down in price. It has permanently price drop on that as well. He said, so maybe Quest 3 is closer than we think. I kind of, part of me hopes so, and part of me doesn't want to spend any more money right now. So I don't know.
I know.
I don't know how to feel about it, honestly.
Right. That's always the case.
Yeah.
I'm still just excited for the XR Elite, truthfully.
Yeah, you've talked about it every show we've done since CES.
I think the release date on that is pushed till the 28th now, March, is what it sounds like. Yeah, so a little bit farther out. We'll see if it comes earlier or comes later. Who knows? But
one of the best things about the XR Elite?
I can only wait to hear what you think.
It's on Amazon.
Oh, yeah,
I love that fact because
that's true.
Because I can order it, and if it's crap and I hate it, I can send it back pretty easy, which is exactly what I did with the HTC Cosmos.
But you have the benefit of being able to try it too.
Well, yeah, because you're getting one.
Right.
But for most people, though, like I feel like it's just so much easier. Even the PSVR2, I would have pre-ordered that on Amazon if I would have had the choice, because then if I would have got it and I wouldn't have liked it, I could have more easily sent it back than going through the hassle of any other company. It's just so easy. They make it so easy, which is really nice about that. And I mean, you don't know. If you've never tried a headset and it's a new headset, you don't know if you're going to love it or hate it. You don't know if it's going to cause a ton of discomfort for you. You don't know if the IPD is going to work for you. There's all of these aspects that you just don't know. And there's no easy way to go try a headset out in the wild without buying it, other than when Meta does, their demos at Best Buy. And I wish more places did that kind of thing.
That's true. Yeah. No, we've said that since day one. It hooks people, going in and trying it.
Yeah.
It really does. You don't know what VR is till you try it.
We went and tried CV1 in Best Buy, and then we're like, okay, where do we buy? Sign me up. I want one. And then we literally, I'm pretty sure. Everything. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we went. Didn't we go the same day and try it? Like I remember we were like texting each other. It was right around the same time that we went and tried the.
I forget. I planned it out where there was it was a sale the day it came out. We found a PC. They had a bundle or something.
Yeah.
And we had to buy all of it.
Because that was when you had to buy the touch controller separate from the headset. So.
Oh, Clark Kent, the diopters. Yes. Yeah. On the XR Elite. Yes. I'm super excited for that because I am a glasses wearer.
Yeah, me too.
Awesome.
That is really cool because I use prescription lens adapter. And one thing I thought was really weird, I was playing the PSVR2. I think it was on a stream in Gran Turismo 7. And I put my glasses on, which I don't normally wear my glasses with the PSVR2. Yeah. I put my glasses on.
Worse?
And I noticed the Miura. So I wasn't noticing it at all. And I was like, I put my glasses on. I was like, whoa, because when I did the demo at CES, I had my glasses on and I noticed the Miura big time. And then since having my own, you can see it, but I didn't really notice it much at all, especially not anymore. And then when I put my glasses on in Gran Turismo,
so
I was
seeing better and you can see more.
I was like, wait, what? I got to take my glasses back off. This doesn't look good.
Yeah, that sucks. Right.
So, I mean, you still kind of don't notice it that much, but Gran Turismo 7 is so good.
Yeah. Or so they say.
Bluebell. I wish I had brick and mortar stores so they could display and let you play test HMDs. Yeah, it's so hard. I mean, it's just there's just nothing that's one size fits all when it comes to VR.
Right.
So
yeah, it's tough. I know.
It'd be nice.
Just get it.
Quest 3. I've honestly thought about ordering an XR Elite as well on Amazon.
You don't need it. You won't use it because you're so stuck now with the Quest Pro that I don't see you using
PSVR2.
it.
I've actually been using my Quest 2 a lot because I can't stream easily with the Quest
right.
Pro until AirBridge.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I am, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely just going to be trying yours out as much as I can. But if it's something that, I mean, it is really.
We can only use one headset at a time.
Bull crap! I got 2 eyes. Cut it in half, weld them together.
Yeah. Nope. Nope.
Moto Zero said, I have a Bobo M2 Plus on the way. I love that thing.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I have sitting on mine. Yeah.
The Quest 2 used to be such an uncomfortable headset, and all of the headsets I have, when I put the Quest 2 on with the VR cover facial interface, the Bobo VR M2 Pro with the battery on the back, it's just such a balanced, like padded headset now that I can wear it all day. Even though it's a little heavy with all that stuff on there, it's so comfortable for me.
Right.
Tyler Johnson, we have talked about that big screen Beyond headset, and I really want one, but I really don't want to spend $1,000 on it.
Yeah, again, I'd want to try it. Just like what sold me on the XR Elite. When I put it on, I'm like, this is a game changer.
I can guarantee you 110% Tyler would have never ordered an HTC XR Elite if he wouldn't have tried it beforehand. I don't think he would have. After the experience with the Cosmos.
No, I was set on the Crystal.
Yeah.
I mean, hands down, I'm like, that's what I need. That's what I want, because I want it to be standalone. I want it to stream. And then I tried literally both of them on. And I'm like, I'll sit the Crystal down and I'll take the XR.
I still like the Crystal. That Crystal, the visuals are so good. But
I know. I'd love it. I
wish they could get away from that big, huge hammerhead.
Yes, Riddell. Exactly. The weight. The weight of the Crystal, when I put it on, I'm like, oh, there's a brick on my face.
Yeah, and that's the hard part. It's not even all the weight. It's where the weight is. When the weight is distributed farther out from your face, even if it was lighter, it's going to feel heavier because you have it hanging out farther off your face. You know
and it's not like crazy far out, but...
and it wasn't like super uncomfortable either, but it was still, compared to some of the... I mean, the direction the headsets are going are not big bricks on your face anymore. They're trying to get away from that, and I can appreciate that fact. But and I do have base stations and controllers already, so for the big screen headset, I really do want to try that headset because that is super lightweight, super slim form factor. I think it would be an excellent sim racing headset. Fit to my face, fit to my eyes. I think that's cool to try.
I agree.
I do want to try one. I just spent $1,300 on the Fanatec setup. That
I know.
And in all honesty, like I was thinking about this earlier, like over the Logitech wheel. Do I think the Fanatec is $1,000 better?
That was my argument.
Yeah, and I was playing it. I haven't played it enough yet. I've only played it literally just yesterday, really, for a little while since setting it up. And I don't know. I mean, I really, really like it. The shifter feels awesome. The steering feels so much better. I feel like I have better control of the car, even though I still wreck all the time. But that's a big price jump. Like, I feel like what you get out of a Logitech like G920 is pretty good for the price tag.
It is good.
For the mass majority of people, I don't know that I would recommend going that much above and beyond to spend that much more money. But I do really like it.
If you have a loaded setup and you want to upgrade something on it, like I think I saw somebody, it wasn't here, I think it was when the setup video for the Fanatec, that somebody said, should I get a Yaw first or a Fanatec wheel? And it's like, I get the Yaw. If you have a wheel already, I wouldn't upgrade to a Fanatec. Get a Yaw. You get more out of having both than...
I would rather have a sim rig, like a motion rig with a Logitech than a stationary rig with a Fanatec.
Right.
You get hands down more experience out of the motion rig than you do the steering wheel, I think. Like, I mean...
Absolutely, yeah.
But if you're used to playing with something like a direct drive wheel to go backwards, it's probably be hard. But if you don't have anything, like, I think a lot... I mean... going from a controller to a Logitech, base wheel is a huge jump. Going from a Logitech to a Fanatec is like a decent jump, but not nowhere near as big. It's not like as massive a jump as, a controller to a wheel. But so how will Quest 3 be for PCVR? I don't know, but I hope good. I don't know. I mean, honestly, my experience with AirBridge is really, really good. Like, I have a fantastic time using AirBridge, and I think if they can get, their own device, like a wireless streaming kind of thing that works as good as AirBridge, that works very easily, that works right out of the gate with the headset, unlike Quest Pro that it still doesn't work with, I think it could be pretty good. Yeah. A lot of people are asking about the XR Elite, comparing the lenses. I should go back up here and see. How do the visuals compare when you're wearing Crystal to XR Elite? The Crystal screens were good with the local dimming and the colors, their contrast looked really well. It did look good. Didn't have a ton of time and different things to experience with the XR Elite to really say. I'd say the XR Elite is better compared to like the Quest 2, just from the time that we had to have it in our hands. I'd say it's more comparable to that. Yeah. Though the pass-through and stuff obviously is better because it's color and stuff like that. But there's different headsets. They're different beasts.
I think if you're just going off like screen quality, I'd say the Crystal is definitely better. But
yeah,
I feel like all around headset for me, the XR Elite checks a lot of boxes. So
I think
that's why I went that way. But
mainly for Tyler, the issue is the comfort, the lightness.
100%.
Like that's, I mean, he has, if you don't know, he has neck issues when playing a lot of wired VR lately, like with the index and stuff like that. The tug of some of the wires stuff gives him some neck issues. But part of the problem with going to a place like CES is that you get very limited time in a headset. It's a very chaotic environment, and there's so much stuff going on. You're trying so many different things that really, I don't think you can really give true comparison or true feelings about any headset in that environment until you get it in your own space. You try it out. You know, once it shows up, we can go between the Quest 2 to the XR Elite. We can go between the Quest Pro to the XR Elite, because I think that the XR Elite is a Quest Pro competitor, and now they're priced similarly.
Right.
But I don't think, like, if somebody has a Quest 2 already, I don't think the XR Elite headset is like this huge jump over the Quest 2.
It is if
it's
it
lighter.
Depends on what you're looking at.
It's lighter and more comfortable. And
Maybe more versatile. Maybe I mean, there's some things about
color
it.
pass through,
the AR stuff that could have the potential, though I'm not buying it for that at all. But I don't know. And somebody asked Lens compare to Quest Pro.
Quest Pro
Elite, Quest Pro, absolutely.
They're better. They're better.
Right, they are better.
Quest Pro has the best lenses out there right now. I really think so. And now, I don't know that I recommend going out and spending $1,000 on a Quest Pro right now with Quest 3 around the corner. I don't think that's probably a good option due to the price tag. But
and the other thing is too, when we tried the XR Elite, this is. And I even said that then too, their color profiles for like their pass-through cameras, that all changes constantly. They can tweak that and change that as that headset's developed, you know, and it's still maybe not still in development, but still working on things, and they can, and through updates. So it will only get better, but trying it for what we had, I fell in love with it the second I did. So
I'm truly interested to see hands-on with that headset in our own environment, because I didn't get to spend enough time in it. You know, I played Yuki, I played
was it Kayak?
No, we didn't play Kayak. We played the other one, Hubris. We played
Hubris. Right.
Standalone version. So actually, the things we played were all standalone versions. So, like the Quest Pro, I'm curious to see what it does hooked up to a PSVR as well, because we didn't get to see that there, and that's where the Quest Pro really shines, if you ask me. But Bluebell. Should we wait until it turns blue? I don't think it's turning blue.
I don't think it is. It did in the beginning.
It did in the beginning, but it seemed delayed. But Bluebell with a super chat, we thank you so much. She said, love this show and our VR family. Thank you for all your hard work. And
we just like hanging out with you guys.
We love you all as well. So we definitely like hanging out with everybody. I think I might have a little bit of time after the show today. The wife is out with her sister and nephew and the baby and stuff and doing some things. So I wouldn't mind getting in Ghost of Tabor. And I think we can do 4 people. So I don't know who all has access. I know a couple people do. So maybe hit me up on Discord, because I would like to play that some more, because now I'm going in fresh. I have nothing. So since the game reset, I have nothing. So I need to go in and I need to do some raids, and we need to come out successful, because I need some guns on my wall. So
somebody said field of view XR Elite to Quest Pro. Quest Pro is maybe a little better, but it wasn't like I put them on and was like, whoa, like one way or the other. So
the Quest Pro fools me, because I don't ever wear the blinders on it usually. And that seeing my actual field of view outside of it tricks my brain into thinking what I'm seeing is bigger anyways, I think. So I don't know.
And I think a lot of it too depends on everyone's face and how close you pull stuff in, how that fits on your forehead. I mean, keeps the lenses at different distances. So
go-kart races. Tough. James said, let's do some go-kart races in GT7. I don't know where are the go-karts? I have to look those up. I haven't tried those yet.
I've seen them.
Z-Storm said, Tabor, I feel, could easily be game of the year for VR. And man, if they can really nail down and tweak it and get it just perfect, like, oh man, I could see that. Like what was Escape from Tarkov? Like that was a popular game. Like there's some die-hard people around that game, and I feel like Ghost of Tabor could be the same thing. Like I feel like that is one of them games that
I agree
that people just spend crazy amount of time in and just build up their home base like crazy with stuff and gear.
I think a lot of it is going to depend on the map in that game. I think it's going to depend on how it looks visually, how that portrays the flat that make people want to play it, to go into that don't have it. Yeah, absolutely. I think the colors need to pop in the maps. I think the contrast with skies and night and dark, I think you just have to fine tune those things where people can watch it and it doesn't feel like like people watch VR games and they think they're janky because they don't have these crazy textures in it like they're used to seeing now with all these Call of Duties and everything. But in VR, when you're in there, you don't think that. You don't feel that. So it still has to look good for all the flat gamers to want to come over and play VR too.
Yeah.
And translate to people who have VR.
I agree. So Philo said, how do you get into the beta? I'm not exactly sure. I believe you joined their Discord because, like I said, we had...
Artful said Steam too.
Yeah, maybe Steam. Artful would probably know, but we had access before, so we have access now. But I know joining their Discord is probably one of the first steps to find out, at least, because you can ask some questions on there if nothing else.
Moto Zero said War Dust is so good right now. I didn't know there were enough people playing that game still.
I didn't know there was anybody playing that game. We used to play that like crazy.
Yeah.
We used to play that a ton.
The only part that I always thought was hilarious that in the distance, if you were trying to shoot somebody, they were just a little black dot, a blob, like a stick or something.
So Z-Storm said it's open alpha on Steam. Okay, cool. I know they were limiting the numbers right at first. I didn't know if it was fully like open on Steam, but perfect.
That's cool.
So check it out on Steam. And it is only PCVR right now. And just so you know, if you're playing on a Quest headset or an Oculus headset, don't go into Steam VR and open the game from inside the headset. Go on your desktop, hit play on Ghost of Tabor, and then it's going to pop up if you want to open in OpenXR, Steam VR, Oculus. Open it in Oculus if you're on an Oculus headset. I made that mistake at first, and I think it was one of the guys we were playing with. Yeah, it doesn't run good. It just runs way better if you open it on Oculus if you're playing on an Oculus headset. So just make sure you do that.
Unless they figured, I don't know if they changed it.
I think it's still the case. I think that's still the case from what I heard. Yeah, so just make sure to do that. Z-Storm said War Dust has a decent chunk of players right now thanks to when Happy made a video on it. Have they updated it anymore? Because we used to play it a bunch.
They have done stuff to it, but not, they did.
Their games, you just have to embrace the jank, and that's part of the fun of their games, I think. They're a little janky, and that's part of the fun of those games.
I looked on my playtime in Standout.
We used to play that so much.
I think I have like 150 some hours.
Dude, Standout was so much fun back in the day. It was so much fun. It was so janky too, but it was so much fun, dude.
I remember the one time we were playing and I had like an upstairs of a house and I would like collected guns and we had like a bed full of guns and stuff and we were just staying. It's such a good game. I love it.
Yeah. Standout is so bad now. It's always been bad, but it's so fun.
They did like the initial map was great, and then they tried to do more with their maps, and it just didn't really work or flow right.
Well, dang, now I want to go back into War Dust. Everybody's talking about that.
War Dust is fun, man.
That's crazy. I want to go back in there.
It's a good game.
Dang, that's nuts.
There's always. I just said I wanted to go back into No Man's Sky.
Oh man, I can't even. That makes my head hurt.
Oh, I love No Man's Sky.
And we put a bunch of time in No Man's Sky when it first came out on PC, and I thought about picking it up on PSVR2, and I'm like, my brain just can't do that
Another
again.
game
like that to spend that much time.
Yeah,
because I don't remember how to do it all. I'd have to figure it all out again, and there was just so much to learn.
It's
in that
VR.
game.
You just reach out and do it.
Yeah, it's an awesome game.
Just point your ship towards the sky.
We had a ton of fun. Me, you, and James played that quite a bit back in the day. It was so fun, But yeah, I know. So I don't even know what time it is. We started late.
You have a clock thing now on your thing.
Yeah, I don't know all these new buttons and switches and what.
Except we started late, so
yeah, we did start late.
Don't forget that.
Yeah,
that's odd. You want to play with the other fun button?
Yeah, tell me this button. Can I show them what I'm pushing?
I don't care. Just don't unplug it. Sure. Here, wait. Switch. Here, I'll switch cameras. I can't switch cameras.
I can.
You got it?
Oh, no.
Here we go. I got it. I got it. You got it?
Came back. It went dark when I picked it up. I don't want to pick it up anymore.
Wrong one. This one. There. It went dark. You unplugged it?
No, I'm scared. I can't reach it anymore.
I see what you're saying. So let me see.
What am I supposed to hit? What button are you saying is cool now?
Oh, the one that says color wheel. Just turn it one click. Just go one.
This one?
Just go.
This one?
The one that says color wheel.
Yeah, turn the dial.
Yeah, just one click.
I could have been tricking them when they were giving us super chats.
No, we can't do that.
I think I turned it more than one click.
Oh, jeez.
Did I break it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it goes through the color gamuts.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Huh. We can do so much cool stuff now.
We can. And I just got it all set up and trialed and everything.
It worked for the most part. Thanks for helping us fix that.
Yes.
Oh, J-Ham. Oh, my goodness. I haven't played with it. Pop one for him so long. He said free to play, except every platform other than Quest 2. What? It's free to play, except every platform. Oh, so it's only free to play on Quest 2?
Only Quest 2.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I guess.
I didn't even think about it, to be honest.
Well,
I didn't think about it.
I'm surprised. Probably because they think there's still a market elsewhere, like on Steam and everything.
Well, just because it's Oculus, they want you to play it on there, probably.
30 hours in No Man's Sky. See, there you go.
Yeah. Yep.
Man.
He said only 30 hours. We probably had more than that back in the day. I don't even remember.
Man, I could probably tell.
We used to play it quite a bit.
Can I look at my? Oh yeah, I can look at my Steam library. Yes, I can.
Only free to play on Quest 2. Yeah, I didn't even think about
that. That's crazy. Yeah, I actually didn't know that either.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. But J-Ham is an absolute beast in some Pop 1.
Dude, he's so good.
He can pretty much carry the whole squad all by himself, but he's awesome to play with. We haven't played with him for a while. J-Ham, have you gotten on Ghost of Tabor or Breachers or any of that kind of stuff? We've been playing a little bit more of that lately. You should hit us up. Ghost of Tabor, I might be down for hopping in there for a little bit, do a couple raids with some people.
No Man's Sky, I don't have that many hours, which is weird. 50 hours?
No, that's not, that's nowhere near like
that doesn't seem like what I played.
Hours in Flight Simulator.
Abduction? Oh, Abduction's so good. I know. See, there's so many good Steam games to go back and play. I feel like we could make a list of all these like old games that nobody talks about because they've been out forever that are still incredible, especially people that have like a Quest 2 and just get a PC. Like, they don't even know what that world is.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
So good.
A lot of stuff. But we better wrap this up. That way I still got time to go play.
I bought a game. Oh,
yeah. You bought some flat game. And I asked you what it was, and you said, I'm not telling you.
Yeah. So I just curious because I always wanted to play it, and I finally, like, bit the bullet, and I want to try it because I got all my other theater stuff done. I bought Riders Republic. Has anybody played that?
What the heck is that?
Dude, it's so sweet. Like, it's so cool. It looks so good. I haven't played it yet. I don't have it yet. It's coming. But it's like a game where you can do everything from skateboarding to BMXing to mountain biking to jetpack to skiing, snowboarding, snowmobiling. Like all these things.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You can change over it like any time. Like you can fly to the top of a mountain with your like jet wingsuit.
A mountain?
Yes. And then you can ride down and go over. Dude, you have to stop switching cameras.
I don't want to. It's so much fun.
But I really want to try it. Okay, good. People are saying never heard of it. Good game. Flat gamer. Exactly. I have to try it. I've always wanted to.
Is this a new game or
never heard of it? No, it's not new. No.
It's not new?
I wish we had a trailer. I wish I could pull one up for it. It's so cool. Okay, go look it up. You come back, leave it in the comments. Tell me what you think because I'm telling you, I think it's a chill game. Okay.
Chill game.
Look, stop. You like Tony Hawk, right?
Yeah, Tony Hawk was awesome.
Okay, so it's like that, but then throw in like all the BMX stuff.
Yeah, that sounds cool. There used to be one I played on, I think it was PlayStation 1 that was a BMX game, and it was fantastic. It was like not a popular game. Yeah. No, it wasn't like it wasn't called BMX. It was just like a bike game. It was almost like the Courier Crisis. Is that it?
Oh, that's not it.
Is that it? Did I just pull that out of nowhere? Dude, it was a game that was like I felt like nobody played, and I loved it.
Never heard of that. What was the why can't I think of the BMX guy that had the BMX game?
Dude, it was Courier Crisis. I don't even know how I pulled that out.
I don't either. Because
I can't even remember a VR game that I played yesterday, let alone a game that I played when I was like 5. I don't know how old I was. Probably older than that, but
yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna look up a trailer now.
No,
we gotta go. We gotta go play some Ghost of Tabor.
I know.
You're getting me distracted.
I'm sorry, but definitely go look up Riders Republic. I'm telling you, it's a dope game. I think I picked it up on eBay for like $15 for Xbox. Like just an easy, cool game to play. Yeah, I know.
It's this one.
I don't know what that is.
Somebody in here has played it. Tell me you've played this because it was so much fun back in the day.
Right.
It looks so janky now.
A lock so Sean can't play with controls. I could do that actually. I could lock out your controls.
You don't want me to control these? That would not be fun.
Dave Mira. That's it. Yep. Yeah.
No, it was Courier Crisis.
Odin, Black Market got it. Yes. No, the one out, the BMX one.
Courier Crisis.
Here we go. Or Skate with the actual 8 like in the name.
Oh, dude, I remember that one. I used to play that one a bunch.
So many good games. Man, but that's what it reminds me of. And then throw in some skiing, some snowboarding, wingsuit stuff. Come on, man. Come on.
Do what Brandon said.
What we got? Xbox?
Sell your Xbox, buy a PS5.
I can't do it yet.
Courier Crisis. Look it up. Somebody go play it.
Crazy Taxi. Hey, over here I have Crazy Taxi.
Prove it.
No, I have to fire up the NVIDIA Shield. Then I got to go into the. Yeah, I know.
All right, we got to get out of here. Where's the end button? Get me out of here.
I don't know how to end you have an end button. Yeah, you have to hit the red one.
Should I hit it?
Push the red. No, not that one. You have to go. Don't wait.
Okay.
Wait, we might have an echo or no audio.
Oh yeah, I might want to
We
check
didn't
that.
check that, did we? All right. Anyways, we'll play with it. We'll try it. We apologize.
It'll be better. It'll be better next time. But hopefully the visual quality was a little bit better this time. Ask Fan. Ask Main Fan. Main Fan, if you're still in here, let me know, because I know he was telling me some of the issues he was seeing on the old stream, and it was part of it was just the compression of going through these crazy long HDMI's through a box.
So I'm like, I got
box,
this.
Through
I
another
got it figured
box,
out.
through upstairs, through the toilet, and around. It was crazy. So, anyways.
Okay.
So let's go. The red button?
Blast them out. The bottom right
this one?
button. Yes.
Okay.
All right, guys. We're out later.
Courier crisis.
But that's not going to mute us either.
Into VR in
Why do we want to be muted?
2016. That was when we first we got.
Does it work?
No.
How about now?
Oh. Wait.
You just
we're
turned
still
off
talking.
the volume.
Oh. Well, there was double audio, but that's because we were talking.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna mute us now.
Okay, now we're good.
Bye-bye.
Later, guys.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, it worked.
There he is.
Perfect.
Hey.
We're lucky to be here. I will admit that. My name's Tyler. This is Sean. We're Rendered Reality, and we were definitely up late playing some VR last night.
Yeah.
Hole is bigger.
That's what I was thinking.
It's not always better.
Let's keep it PG, boys.
I mean, right? We don't know like how much sound is coming out of it.
It's true.
Right.
Is there more sound coming out of it? We don't know.